First down and 10 Hurricane. His jumper keeps again. Boy, that time reading it well, Gavin Davis, and he tackles jumper at the 24-yard line. Gain of 2, it'll be 2nd and 8.
How special is Davis going to be in the future?
Oh, yeah.
You talk about getting production from a young player.
Well, that's a kid that's been playing at a high level since the 5th grade.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know?
5'8", 225-pound sophomore. Came in with 22 tackles tonight. It's 2nd down and 8 for the Hurricane. Give off to Albert George running right. George going to be hit, breaks a tackle. George running hard, and he's going to have a first down all the way down to the Benton 12-yard line. Determined run by the sophomore for Jonesboro, and it's first down Hurricane at the Benton 12.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, I'm impressed with this kid. He runs. He's got a very low center of gravity, and he runs extremely hard.
So first down Jonesboro at the Benton 12-yard line. As the clock hits 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Jonesboro leading 28-23. Jumper hard counts, now takes the snap, gives to George running left, and George is going to be over the 10-yard line. They're going to whistle, and do we have a marker by the linesman? Yes, a hold against Jonesboro.
Oh, that's a huge penalty.
Couldn't see the flag. It was lying in the white of the 0 at the 10-yard line, and that'll back Jonesboro up to their 21-yard line following the walk-off on the hold. Actually going to put it down at the 22, and it'll make it first down and 20.
That is a huge penalty.
Watching their kicker, you know, he gets the ball up, and he's got good distance. All of his PATs have been good, and they're definitely in field goal range, which would keep it at a one-score game if Benton can hold them here.
Jumper throws for Wilson behind him. Wilson can't hold on to it. As Jonesboro caught Benton on the play action. Wilson open in the seam, couldn't haul it in. It'll be 2nd and 20.
We got lucky on that one.
Yeah, he'll hate himself for that.
2nd down and 20, Jonesboro with exactly 5 minutes to go. Clock is stopped following the incompletion. Hurricane football at the Benton Panther 22-yard line. Jonesboro moving toward the south end zone, left to right here in this fourth quarter. Jumper going to keep running left, and he is going to carry over the 15 down to the 13. So now you've got 3rd down and 10, John. Big play.
Yeah, and this is definitely field goal range for the Hurricane, and this is where you want to force them into that 4th down decision.
Cameron Ross on that last stop. A field goal would keep it a one-score game. So Hurricane leads by 5. 3rd down and 11 at the Benton 13-yard line. Hurricane go with 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Now Brad Harris is going to call timeout as Benton uses their first timeout of the second half with 4:21 to go, trailing 28-23, and we go down to the Panther sideline and Dio.
Well, with 10 yards to go, I'm thinking they're going to throw to their leading receiver here, and I think Coach Harris probably was thinking the same thing. It looked like he had recognized something that he's seen on film, maybe a formation that they've gotten into or something like that. This is probably, I would say this is the play of the game right here. Maybe not. I mean, if they kick a field goal, we may have another play of the game. But this is a huge 3rd down stop right here, like you said, to force that. We are talking about the high school level. Kicking is not a sure thing at any level. For sure not the high school level, especially when it's this cold and it's in the playoffs. So a 3rd down stop right here is a big deal.
And Garrett Brown is warming up. He and Morrow throwing balls with TJ.
So following the timeout, the PDC back on the field looking for a stop on 3rd down and 11. Jonesboro has it at the Benton 13. 4:21 to go in the ball game. Ball in the center of the field. As They bring Mitchell Thomas in motion.
Fumble.
Give it to him on the jet sweep. Ball on the ground, and Jonesboro falls on it. Cross jumper recovers it all the way back at the 23. John, did that take him out of field goal range?
Well, I don't think so, because they're going to bring him out.
Well, it certainly didn't help their field goal chances.
It didn't help their field goal chances at all, but
Garrett Childers is 6 of 9 on the season. His long is 37 yards. They are going to put the tee down at the 29. So this is a 39-yard field goal attempt. Brooks Cheatham is the holder. Snap, hold. Childers' kick is up, and it is good. Garrett Childers kicks the field goal with 3:40 to go, his longest of the season from 39 yards. John, you're still in the ball game, 31-23.
But, you know, you go back to that 4th down where we went for it instead of kicking it, and you think, maybe we should have kicked it. Isn't that what you hate about? At the time, it seemed like the right thing to do, down 2 scores, and I think it is. Hindsight's always 20/20, as they say, but we got a chance to tie this game up, and Jonesboro struggling on special teams. Maybe they'll give us good field position here.
Now we've seen Kelby Caffrey and Gavin Wells with big play potential in that kick return game. But Terry Jonesboro has kept it away with those sky kicks to the sideline, trying to keep it away from Wells and Caffrey.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see that
I
again.
do too.
They don't mind giving up a little bit of field position, but they don't want to give you a chance to use that speed. But I'll tell you this, I'm going to have my eyes on Michael Allison on this drive, because he has been a matchup nightmare for them. And if we can get a ball downfield to him, he can help us tie this score.
Panthers going with Garrett Body, Kelby Caffrey, and DeAnthony Harper back deep. They have moved Gavin Wells up to the up man. He stands at the 25-yard line. Garrett Childers has it teed on the near hash. Wells now at the 30-yard line on the far side of the field. There is the sky kick. Wells is going to field it at the 26. Gavin makes a man miss, spin. Boy, the Jonesboro coverage, though, really good. And I like the adjustment by the Panther coaching staff to put Gavin in a position for a return, just unable to break loose, though, John.
The other thing, too, is that if that ball comes out and it's knuckling a little bit, you want a guy with good hands over there. So that's a great coaching adjustment.
Mark him out at the 30. So Benton is 70 yards away with 3:36 to go, trailing by 8, D.O.
They've got Garrett Brown in a knee brace. I don't think it doesn't look serious, but he wasn't able to put a lot of weight on it to make his throw, so that's why we've got Colin Morrow in here.
Colin Morrow, the senior, in at quarterback. Wells motions. Morrow fakes to Wallace. Going to set up the throw. Catch by Michael Allison, and Terry calls it. Michael Allison with the catch at the 37, and Benton hurries to the line of scrimmage following a 7-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 3. Ball in the center of the field. Morrow looks to the sideline. Going to bring Gavin Wells to the near side with Garrett Body. Braxton Slaughter is the H-back. Zach Wallace, the running back. Allison split far right. Snap to Morrow, the southpaw, looks and throws. Come back to Michael Allison. 1st down yardage, catch at the 46-yard line, move the chains.
Yeah, one of the things that I think may help us here is that Morrow has a little bit different playbook than Brown does. That's something that Jonesboro hasn't been able to prepare for, so that we may be able to catch them a little bit off guard here.
1st down following the catch by Allison. 2 catches on the drive. Is Wallace in the backfield with Morrow. Morrow takes, throws, set up the screen to Garrett Body. He's over midfield into Jonesboro territory down to the 46. Tackled by Eric Odie. It's a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2 Panthers at the Hurricane 46.
Well, I love seeing Colin Morrow get in a little bit of a rhythm here, John. You can see he's getting a little confidence.
Panthers senior in there at quarterback. Snap back to Morrow. He looks, swings it out to Zach Wallace. Zach gets blocking on the edge, and Zach is going to have the 1st down as he's marked out at the 41-yard line. 1st down Panthers.
Great job by Gavin Wells that time, downfield blocking. That's not going to get you on the stat sheet, but I'll tell you what, it helps your team every time.
First down, Benton at the Jonesboro 41 with 2:17 to go. Jonesboro leads 31-23. 4 receivers to the right. Jonesboro jumps offside as Colin Morrow goes hard count. Kelvin Pointer jumps offside, and Benton gets 5 free yards.
And it's 4-down territory. You've got 1st and 5. Might be a good time to take a shot. And if you're going to take a shot downfield, I'm looking at number 9 or number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah, you got Morton, the tall cornerback, lined up on Allison to the near side. Garrett Body matched up with the shorter Bryant Guerra at the far side. Give off to Zach Wallace, and Wallace is going to lose a yard back to the 37-yard line as Nate Light led the charge for the Jonesboro defense. It's 2nd down and 6 with 2 minutes to go. Panthers at the Jonesboro 37.
Yeah, it didn't look like we blocked a whole lot of anybody that time, and Zach had nowhere to run.
2nd down and 6, Panthers. It's Morrow looks, Morrow throws. Catch Gavin Wells. Gavin lowers his shoulder. He's in the red zone down to the Jonesboro 18.
Big time play by Colin Morrow, being patient, checking around on his receivers, and seeing the wide open Gavin Wells.
Here comes heavy package.
Colin Morrow 5 of 5 on the drive as Benton has it at the Jonesboro 17-yard line, and now Gavin Wells is going to check in at quarterback. Wallace in the backfield with Wells. Is what Wells going to keep. Wells upended at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And we've got a marker thrown by the linesman across the way as the officials are going to visit. Did we get in too many men on the field on Jonesboro, I believe, as Benton went with the heavy package. Oh, and they're going to say Jonesboro got a timeout.
Man. Come on.
With a minute 41 to go, Jonesboro gets the timeout. It'll be 1st and 10 Panthers at the 17-yard line as we go down to Dio. Colin Morrow 5 of 5 on this drive, Dio.
Well, that's senior leadership coming into play right there. I mean, you know, you go out with an injury and the sophomore comes in, does an excellent job, but when your number's called, he's delivering, and that's exactly what you want to see, especially on a drive like this, arguably the most important drive of the game. I would say more than arguably, I would say obviously the most important drive of the game. And my batteries went out on my headset, so I had to run off. I missed it, but I'm fixed up now. I can hear you guys again, and I'm ready to watch this score.
All right, like the attitude. 1st and 10 Panthers at the Jonesboro 17. Panthers have 2 timeouts remaining. Jonesboro 1 timeout remaining as Brad Harris now going to visit with the referee as Benton moves toward the north end of the stadium, right to left. They're going to put some more time on the clock, it appears, as coaches are signaling up to Steve Jordan, the clock operator here at Benton. They're going to temporarily hold the action until they can get the time on the clock. It looks like they're wanting 1:47 on the clock.
Yeah.
And there it is, 1:47 now on the clock. 1st and 10 Panthers at the Jonesboro 17. Allison and Wells come to the near side. Body, the lone receiver, to the far side. Slaughter, the H-back, is going to be set behind right tackle James Durling. Zach Wallace is going to be to the right of quarterback Colin Morrow. Morrow fakes. No, he gives to Wallace, running to the short side of the field. Wallace going to be pushed out of bounds, which will stop the clock at the 15-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, I thought he pulled it too, Jim. But he left it there with Zach, and Zach running determined right there. But the smart play, John, is the senior getting out of bounds.
Absolutely.
2nd down and 8 Panthers at the 15-yard line. Morrow with Wallace in the backfield. Now looks to the sideline. Justin Ray will signal the play in. Morrow announces the play to the offensive line, resets, snap from Joshua George. Morrow looks, throws, wide open, Michael Allison, inside the 5, out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It's 1st and goal, Panthers.
Big time play.
Jonesboro looking to the sideline. It looked like they didn't have the right call, the right formation. There was some confusion. Not sure exactly what happened there, but Panthers caught them off guard with a short pass, and now
1st and goal, Benton at the Jonesboro 4. Panthers option to the left, pitch to Wallace. Wallace in the end zone. Touchdown, Benton Panthers with 1:34 to go. It is 31-29, and now, John, you have to have the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, this is the part we kept not wanting to talk about.
Yeah.
What will Justin Ray and Brad Harris?
Well, it looks like the old swinging gate. We've seen this earlier in the year.
Oh, no.
And now we've got
Oh, no.
We've got whistles, and a timeout has been called on the field by Jonesboro. They saw the swinging gate set up and go timeout. And so now a chance for Brad Harris, Justin Ray, and company to think it over, plot it over, plan it over. Terry.
Guys, with 1 minute and 34 seconds, I thought that timeout was called by us, and I was about to pass out.
Well, it forces Jonesboro to take their last time out, and I think that's something we need to talk about here. And, the Canes, they've put together some good drives, but as far as the really big play, well, we've seen them drop some passes deep a couple of times, but, they need a little bit of time to move the ball.
Guys, we're going to see a pretty standard formation here. They're lining up in R flex, which is a very basic. It's with a wide receiver in the backfield. I don't think we're going to see the swinging gate, but I'm sure that this is going to have a little trickery to it.
All right, let's see what the Panthers have called. A huge 2-point conversion with 1:34 left. Jonesboro leads 31-29. Snap back to Morrow. He looks to the left. He throws. Catch, Gavin Wells! And the Panthers have tied it at 31-all.
Big time play by the big time senior quarterback.
Absolutely.
Stepping in when his team needed him and delivering a game-saving drive.
6 of 6 on the drive, 7 of 7 with the 2-point conversion play. Boy, how about Colin Morrow?
Man, that is what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about.
10 plays, 70 yards in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. And the Panthers have tied this game at 31-all with 1:34 to go. Remember, the Panthers were down 12 to open the fourth quarter, 28-16, and the Panthers have fought back, John, with the heart of the Panther.
You kind of wondered. There was a moment there where Jonesboro really had the momentum, and you thought, okay, are we going to roll over here and just let them beat us, or are we going to stand our ground? And fortunately, Jonesboro gave us a little bit of help. A couple of things really didn't go their way, and we capitalized on it. See what the strategy here is on special teams.
What we wouldn't give for Garrett Eason to put it about 5 yards deep right here.
I just want to see if he can hit the B.
So Garrett Eason is going to kick off for the Panthers, has it teed in the center of the field. Mitchell Thomas back deep to receive for Jonesboro. Eason going to kick. It's going to be fielded by Thomas at the 11. He's over the 20. Breaks to the center of the field. Now cuts outside to the left. Flag comes in. Is Thomas going to be tackled at the 36? But a flag lies way back at the 26. And Dylan Burnham was blocked in the back, and Jonesboro is going to start inside their own 20.
Yeah, that's terrible field position for the Hurricane. Interesting, though, if you're Jonesboro, Jim, what do you do here? Do you just try to run this clock out, not give Benton the ball, play for overtime? No timeouts. You're going to have a long field.
I think you bring up something really, really important, John, because I will tell you this.
Well, I'll tell you, I would hate to be a coach, in this predicament.
If I'm on the other sideline, I don't want us getting the ball back.
Absolutely not. But at the same time, with a minute and a half, you got a potential for a lot of snaps here.
They're going to mark it at the 16 following the block in the back penalty assessment. First down and 10 Hurricane. They split 3 receivers to the wide side. Cross jumper is going to keep, and he's going to carry for 9 yards to the 25-yard line. And the Panther in on the tackle is slow to get up, as that was Trey Maxwell. Jonesboro hurries to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 1. Jumper drops back. Jumper going to air it out for Wilson. Kelby Caffrey picks it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Kelby Caffrey down to the Jonesboro 4. Oh, my. Kelby Caffrey with his 3rd interception of the ball game returned it to the Jonesboro 4.
This crowd has lost
no flags.
their mind. If you're Jonesboro, that's exactly what you didn't want to happen.
That is the last thing that you wanted to happen.
Hey, guys, and I'll tell you, he did not step out where they marked him. He was fully in bounds. I watched his feet the entire way. He should be at the 2-yard line.
Fidelity has it. Fidelity had that on the replay, and I just watched that. And, Matt, if you got a chance to run that back again real quick, you can see he was in bounds.
Panthers have it at the 13 as the replay. Matt, you got to go live, buddy. First down and 10 at the 13-yard line. 50 seconds to go. Wells motions left to right. Snap back to Morrow. Gives to Zach Wallace running right. Zach trying to get outside, and he's not going to be able to get around Eric Odie, who tackles him back at the 15. Panthers with 2 timeouts remaining.
Man,
clock at 35 and running, Terry.
Man, that's 2 very good football players fighting it out there on the corner.
Ball on the right hash mark. We've seen Garrett Eason make 1 field goal tonight from that hash. Clock down to 20. Morrow going to throw to Gavin Wells in the slot. Wells gets to the center of the field, over the 10, down to the 8, and Brad Harris calls timeout with 17 seconds to go. It will be 3rd down Panthers, 3rd down and 5 at the Jonesboro 8-yard line with 17 seconds to go, tied at 31.
One thing we've had a little bit of trouble with this year is the snapper to holder exchange in the battery. And that's something that, obviously it looks like they're going to pull in a heavy package here, because we saw some of the big guys running out, Justin Ray waving some of those guys down. If we can't get it into the end zone here, we're going to have a couple of shots at it, but that's one thing to consider. And I think if you're Brad Harris, as much as you love your field goal kicker, you'd rather get this ball in the end zone.
I'm throwing it to Kelby Caffrey. With the night he's had, we've seen him at receiver, Terry, in this heavy package. Let him go get it.
Well,
I agree.
I thought that's what they were going to run just then.
And Kelby is going to line up at receiver on the far side. Jonesboro is going to make a defensive adjustment. They're going to bring Guerra to Allison. Morton is covering Caffrey. Wells looking to Allison. Lobs it up in the end zone. Battle. Allison made the catch. Allison brought it in on the tip ball. Flag lies at the goal line. If the play stands, the Panthers lead with 12 seconds to go. The penalty is a pass interference against Jonesboro. Decline, touchdown Panthers. Michael Allison on the touchdown catch from Gavin Wells, and there is jubilation on the Benton side.
That was the best catch I've ever seen in high school football, ever.
That was incredible.
Michael Allison, Terry, we talked. Let's see Allison go on Guerra We got the matchup with 12 seconds to go.
Yep.
And
Listen,
Gavin Wells, Michael Allison connect.
They were saving it for the right time.
Well, I want to tell you this. I think that they made the matchup based on the defense. I think originally it was going to Caffrey, and then when they switched the defense, they switched who the target was. Beautiful call.
Garrett Eason on for the extra point. Gavin Wells to hold. Snap, hold, kick, flag. Good.
Did they jump the center again?
As the flag thrown by the official underneath the goalpost.
That's what it would most likely be in that scenario.
And that is a 15-yard penalty. And Benton will be kicking off from the Jonesboro 45-yard line. Boy, look at the crowd on the home side. Everybody on their feet, John.
And I meant to say earlier, you know, that this was a pretty good crowd here tonight. And, boy, the student section was huge. And now, good luck with the safety officer getting people off the rail. It's not going to happen.
Well, it's a big night in Saline County, boys. The Bryant Hornets have defeated Fayetteville 28-25.
Attaway Hornets. And it didn't end by 1 point.
No.
Personal foul. And they say that the Panthers decline it. So I thought the leaping over the center was 15 yards and you get to kick off in Jonesboro territory, but they said declined.
So, but where the official is standing, it looks like Eason's going to get to put it down at the 45.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they're backing the Jonesboro receiving team up. So if you're Benton, probably don't want an onside kick here. I'm going to tell Eason to put that thing through the uprights. Pretend like this is your longest field goal of your life. Square up and kick that thing out of the back of the end zone.
You know, our AD's wife grew up in a house right over there.
Yeah.
Kick it into Corky Chenault's old backyard. Don't even dare give them a chance at a return right here. 12 seconds to go. Benton leads at 38-31. An unbelievable second half comeback. Fourth quarter comeback for the Panthers. As Garrett Eason approaches the football, and he does boom that one over the head of Mitchell Thomas and out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So you got 12 seconds, no timeouts, and 80 yards, John.
Yeah, I just want to say, as far as the crowd goes, that's the loudest, craziest reaction on any play I've seen since the Grant Hensey field goal in 14.
That's, yeah.
Wow. Hey,
I would have loved to have been in the stands for this game.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, and I know you guys weren't there in 2016, but when that pass fell incomplete on the last play of the game, it was a small road crowd, but boy, it was loud there too. So what is it about Benton and Jonesboro that comes down to the last play every time? This cross jumper going to air it out. He's got a man open, and that's Tate Lutz who catches. He's out of bounds at the 42-yard line with 6.6 seconds to go. So Jonesboro 58 yards away and out of timeouts, and now the Panthers are going to take a timeout and bring the defense over to visit with Brad Harris and Bobby Wynn.
You notice who's playing center field, number 4, Garrett Body, out on defense.
So, Jim, you ever eat at a place called Central Barbecue?
Last year.
Last year?
Freddie and I went last year.
We got to make one more tackle.
Well, 6.6 seconds. If all things hold, I'll buy lunch.
I'm in.
Have we got an update on the West Memphis Pine Bluff game?
Yeah, we're going to West Memphis if we win this game. 30-46.
Matt Johnson just said it's final.
And he didn't say it real enthusiastically.
No.
I think everybody was pulling for Pine Bluff
No doubt.
tonight. So here we go. 6.6 seconds left. Jumper flings it out to Braylon Moore, who's down the Jonesboro sideline, gets out of bounds at the Benton 38-yard line with 1.2 seconds to go. And so Jonesboro is going to have one shot at the end zone.
And that's actually what you want if you're Jonesboro.
Cover up 6.
Lutz is split here to the near side in a trip set. Jumper takes the snap. He's looking to the right. He throws. It's in the air. It's high.
It's caught.
It's caught. Touchdown, Jonesboro.
Oh, my gosh.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Jonesboro scores on the final play of the
Hail
football game on the Hail Mary catch by Tate Lutz, his 3rd receiving touchdown of the ball game.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play, guys.
It is 38-37, and the officials are going to meet. Dio says there's a flag on the field, and we've got a dead ball and sideline warning. Sideline warning, so that's of no effect. Touchdown, Jonesboro, and we will see what Randy Coleman chooses to do. 38-37. He's got Garrett Childers on. Brooks Cheatham is the holder.
Watch for the Russellville play.
The deep snapper is Brandon Bobbitt. We are a Garrett Childers PAT away from overtime. Bobbitt to snap, Cheatham to hold. And the kick is no good! Childers slipped! He slipped! The extra point is no good! And the Panthers win! 38-37, the Benton Panthers win as Garrett Childers slipped on the PAT, and Benton, Grace Bowling can't believe it. Terry Benham is speechless. Tony Linehan took his hat off. An improbable, unbelievable finish tonight here at the Palace.
Any question about who our MVP is?
28-16, Benton trailed going into the 4th quarter, and the Panthers win 38-37. Oh my word.
This is possibly the best football game I think that I have seen in many, many years as a Benton Panther fan. Wow, what a all kinds of highs and lows, and I mean, just fantastic.